All right, Coach, the theme for the 2014 season for the Bison is Road to Glory. Talk a little bit about that whole concept and what we're trying to achieve with that slogan.
What we're trying to do is continue to build the program. 3 years ago, we started Road to Redemption, and it was an idea that we want to create an image, that mindset as far as getting the program back going, how it used to be back in the days of 93, 96, and 87 championship teams. So we just want to redeem ourselves from the things that we did not do right. We want to make sure that we start going about it the right way. That road to redemption was a rough road. We was able to come in the first year, go 5 and 6, and build on that and go 7-4 the next year. But we just believe that this year being the 4th year, our plan, our goal, our vision by the time our 4th and 5th year to start playing for a championship. So now on that road to redemption, now we want to go ahead and get on that road to glory. That road to glory is a path we want to start to continue to build a team so we can compete for championships.
Speaking of to a championship, talk a little bit about the defense overall and what role it's going to play in that road to glory.
We're going to get a lot of pressure on the defense, from day one. We understand our offense. We have an outstanding quarterback. We have the best quarterback in the conference, probably in the country. We want to make sure defensively, we understand that's how you win a championship. You got to be sound every week. We have Julian David, Cam Austin, those guys is going to be leading the charge. We're going to go back to the theme, Buffalo Soldier defense, and make sure they understand that this is where it starts to finish. Along with defense, we got to play great special teams. So they got to have to work hand to hand. I just truly believe if you can stop the run, be a tough defense and physical, you got a chance to win it to late in November. We want to make sure that when November comes, we want to play games that has some meaning to it. But defensively, we feel like we're very solid up front as far as the defensive line. That's probably our deepest unit. We have about 10, 12 guys that we feel comfortable with. We start with Akron, then we go to Rutgers. So we want to make sure that we have bodies, guys that can sustain the punishment, that brutal attack, and just go up through the course of the year. It's going to take a lot of luck, staying injury-free. So having depth at D-line and corners, we're kind of young. We'll come out of camp with our guy. We feel good about Ken Russ. We have some guys like Julian Blair, David Thea, some young guys that probably will come in and get some things done also. A linebacker, we feel like we got a new addition to Sean Petty, who should bring some experience, who should bring some great talent to that position. We got Devin Rollins along down the middle, that's a Mike linebacker. And we have guys fighting for the outside spot, the outside linebacker spot, and Eric Pittman, and also Jalen Day, and some other guys. We feel like we're very young. We got some good young talent. There might be some freshmen that might come in and play and put some pressure on the class. But that's what it's all about. That's how we've done it for the past 3 or 4 years, just competing within every position, make sure everybody understands not to get complacent and continue to have that drive for the championship.
Talk a little bit about the offense, and specifically the offensive line. A unit last year coming in, 4 to 5 starters were new and never really played before, and came on strong and actually dominated down the stretch in the conference. Talk about that returning group as far as their success and what role it's going to play in the road to glory.
Offense want to make sure that we're behind our leader, Greg McGee, and he understands. I think Greg came a long way. He started as a true freshman. Had some growing pains. Sophomore year, was up and down. I think last year one of the best years he ever had in the show. I think he's really understanding the game. He's really understanding his talent, his ability. But one thing, we want to make sure that he don't have to do it by himself. Understand that. Don't put the pressure on yourself. Don't think that you have to win the ball game. Just don't lose the ball game. Just get us through 3 or 4 quarters and give us an opportunity to win a game. Don't hurt the defense, the turnovers, fumbles. Be a leader in the huddle. Make sure you just keep that energy, that tempo. On the field, on the sideline, it's always being a coach, an extension of a coaching staff. So that's where we'll start. We feel good about Greg McGee as far as doing those things. And I think Coach White will feel more comfortable letting Greg run a little bit more with the offense on his own. Being on the field and trust that what he sees is the same thing that Ted sees when he game plan in 14, practice or throughout the course of the game. So we feel good about that position. We have guys like Jamie Cunningham behind him. We have some young quarterbacks coming in also that we're going to try to develop. So once Greg, take us to where we need to go this year, they can fall in line and continue that path. The offensive line, we feel good. We feel like we're strong. We got our size. We should be 6'3", 6'4" across the board. Roughly about 285, 300. And the guys are getting very strong in the weight. Just like defense, we're going to be physical and tough. Up front, we're going to be be able to manhandle. We want to be able to compete against the Akron and the Ruckers. We want to be able to be strong, we want to be physical, run the power game if need be, and also run the zone game to finesse a little bit to counter what teams are trying to do. With Deontay on the right, Torrey Boyd, John Smith, Nate English should be that guy as far as the center. That's the spot we're trying to solidify. And Malcolm Rutledge is the other guard. We feel good with those five. Right now we have a lot of young guys behind them that should be able to go through camp, get some experience, and have a good two-deep offensive line. And our goal coming this year was to get some weapons behind Greg McGee. I think we did a good job as far as finding some young talent as far as receivers. Cameron Taylor from Ohio, who should come in and do an excellent job for us. I think he's a guy as far as a real wide receiver that we haven't had in a while. He understands the position as far as routes. He has the hands. He has that turn, what we call swag. He has a lot of confidence. He believes in himself that he can come in and get the job done. We have a lot of guys with Tavius Brown, guys returning like Matt Coleman, who's got better during the spring. Rich Ayagor is a guy that can come in and do some quickness in the slot that we feel good about. Stuart Red Hartman, he's a good possession guy. Otis Grimes is a big guy from Miami, about 6'5". So now we have guys we can put around Greg McGee that can get things done. Just deliver the ball, find an open guy, make smart plays, and let them work for you. And running back, we feel very good about the running back position. We have three great running backs in Anthony Filliard, Quintus Freeman, and William Parker. I know Anthony Filliard had an outstanding year last year. We started rough at the beginning, and it was good to see that we picked up towards the middle of the season. That tells me we have a team that can go through adversity, and the leaders are able to get it going for us. But their running position is not solidified, and they have to understand that between those three guys, we're going to find the best running back, and sometimes we'll probably use all three if necessary.
Special teams.
Special team, we want to, like I said, it's three phases of football: offense, defense, special team. And we don't take special team lightly. We start with Jack Flack, our experienced kickers, and kickers is a freshman who does all three: field goal, punt, everything, kickoff. He does everything for us. So we feel good at that position. Flack, we have a new long snapper. Understand that position is so critical. We lost Matt Poolin, but we have another guy, Austin Orr, who can do just the same thing that he was able to do as far as go 2 years without any mishaps, any missed snaps. We want to make sure we put our best guys on special teams. We want to have guys like Cameron Taylor, our speed guys back there returning. We want to make sure that we use starters. On kickoff, punt return, we have starters on special teams to make sure they understand that. Because as a punt returner, we want to make sure you get that first down, that first down for the offense. Hopefully we do a lot of punt returning. Hopefully we do a lot of kickoffs. Those are two things we want to make sure that we're doing a lot. We don't want to do a whole lot of kick returning because that means that they're scoring. So punt, we don't want to do a whole lot of punting because we're not moving the ball. So we want to make sure that punt return and kickoffs, that's what we put a lot of emphasis.
Finally, Coach, talk a little bit about the MEAC schedule and what it's going to take to win this championship.
Well, it's going to take one game at a time. We have 12 one-game seasons. So our 2014 football season is Akron. And after we get past Akron, our next season, 2014 season, will be Ruckers. So we're going to take it one game at a time. So we have two tough non-conference opponents that should give us a gauge where we are. And by the time we go through Morehouse, it's a great, tough Division II team that give us problems every year. That's a great game, a great environment. It's bragging rights, both universities. And then we're going to our first conference game with Morgan State up at the Meadowlands. We feel good about this conference. A lot of great coaches, a lot of great players. But like I said, we've been building this for this moment, for this point. So we got to make sure that we understand that we respect our opponents, and that's going to be our famous road to glory. But our motto is respect. Respect our opponents, respect ourselves, respect this game, and we feel like we'll be fine. We know South Carolina State, Bethune-Cookman. They're tough teams in this conference. So we want to make sure to see what they did last year since they was the up top, the champions. We want to see what they did well last year and try to mimic those things. Football it's not hard. We want to make sure that what the guys that's winning, what they are doing, we want to try to do those things and try to do those things better. But the key is just go through this conference and each week just make sure you have a good game plan, have a great week of practice, have some good luck as far as injuries, and just make sure that at the end of the season, come November, that we are in the chase for the championship.